Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome on in. This is Wagworks GA. I'm Jeff, you can call me Wags, and I'm back. And week off last week to go to a kiddo theater production. It was good. They did Grease. It was the word. I'll give you all a moment to groan at that one. But hey, welcome on in. I hope you're having a great December so far. It's hard to believe we're already sitting here at what, like the 18th? The 18th? Is that what it is? It's going quick, but yeah. So what updates do I have for y'all tonight? You're mad at me, but I told you I wasn't going to be here last week. 4 hours. Hey, I told you I would love to stream more, and I will see when I can fit in an extra stream. Perhaps when I have some time off in the upcoming holiday span, but this is like the busiest span of our life in recent memory. We had let's see, the theater week, like show week, which is just wow, that nonstop, like 7 shows in 5 days plus a week worth of like tech week rehearsals, like extra hour-long rehearsals. And we have my mom in town, in-laws in town to see the show. In-laws have had it out, and now I'm going into my like wind down time for work to wrap up my last year-end thing. So when things quiet down, I will see what I can do for another 4 hours. But hey, Frank, how you doing? Also, hi, I missed ya. I could like prep stuff or something. I don't know about that. All right, so announcements. Yeah, I finished. We all knew I finished the color adjustments on the superhero project piece. That's done. Is this for something additional? Oh, hey Fallen, how's it going? Hope you're having a good night. Well, Frank, is there anything I can do to make you feel better? But also, yeah, so I'm pushing through the GDQ stuff. He almost made a comic about missing my stream. Aw, well, I mean, it could have been an angry comic, so maybe aw isn't the perfect response, but I am really flattered that you thought of me. I got lazy. I mean, aren't you also, you know, working full time now and super busy? But the script is written. Well, I can't miss another stream. I can't give you an opportunity to use it. So if you miss another day, expect a roast comic. Is it bad that I kind of want a roast comic? I mean, I don't intend to miss a day. I enjoy this and don't like missing when I can avoid it. Did y'all hear that at all? It was your idea. It's so good. Oh, no. Well, I kind of want to see it, but that's okay. If you want to hold it in reserve, I respect that. It was like the big finale from the Disney Christmas fireworks. It was very loud tonight. I guess because we're more humid. That's usually when it gets a bit louder. Humid and a little cool. Nice antlers, Alice. Is that another Has Been Hotel character? I still have very little idea about it. What was it? This was let me see if I remember my own commands. I do. Yay. Yeah, 72. Not bad. We're not bad. What did I actually use? 84% humidity. Yeah, a little muggy. Yes, Frank. Wait, you finished like the whole show or like the season 1? Either way, I'm curious what you think. I have not seen the whole show to its entirety, but I've definitely seen season 1 fully. While we're at it, so yeah, tonight it's gonna be the last night because I need to finish this GDQ piece. Remember how I was like, I'm gonna have it done before December, and I was like, I'm gonna have it done before the first week of December, and now we're like into the third week of December, and I'm like, it just got busy. I counted on having a lot more art time than I actually had, but I'm getting there. Since it's just the spot art of the 9 Pokemon, I've got 5 3/4 of them done. You were sad when Henry's fine. Oh, that is a no, you were not. Like that's an interesting sentiment. Okay. But we're almost there. So this will be the last stream. Whatever I don't get done, I'm gonna finish between now and next week. So that the next stream that I do will be working on the D&D art, which I really need to finish as fast as I can because our last session at this library is the 29th, and I was hoping to have stuff printed out. So you know, a bit of an art backlog, but we'll see. This is I have some generous time off starting next week, so we'll see how much I can push through. Yeah. At any rate, that's most of the updates. Yeah, CoreToons holiday issue was out. I think I mentioned that last time. Came out around December 2nd-ish. It was kind of a soft release. But that's out there in the wild, so that's pretty exciting. We're getting ready for our next issue, which will be early February. We're going for every 2 months or so. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. With all that, we should probably get started on warm-up. It's already quarter after. So let's hop over to art mode. And there we go. Pull up the random Pokemon generator. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep writing these Pokemon fusions. It's been pretty fun, and at least for me, it's been bringing me some giggles. So let's keep doing it. All right, so here we are. We basically no restrictions on what I could end up with. Just picking 2 Pokemon and mashing them together. Okay. Oh no. All right, we have Linoon and Salamence. Interestingly enough, both Gen 3 introduced. You've got the Gen 3 like common mammal evolution, and you've got the Gen 3 powerful dragon evolution. Wait, what? Frank, you're not able to visit? What happened? That's a bummer. Let's see, so clear this out and start pulling up my reference. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. That's an understandable challenge. I'm sorry to hear that. It's frustrating. Oh, so the last fix didn't, it was not the final one? Oh, NPTO, yeah, that is also challenging, especially early on. All right, getting my references, hold on. That's so tiny. Why are you so tiny? Better. Yeah, my first, like when I first started this job, I started right before Thanksgiving and like all the holidays, so I actually went into, I think, negative time off, which they let us do. Is, you know, you just couldn't take any additional time off until you brought it up to positive again. So I definitely did that. That was not the best times. It does get better. All right. There we go, fusion done, boom. Just save for you to get kidnapped. So do you guys have any kind of idea, like, is there like a set point at which you can make that happen, or is it just kind of, you know, you'll see when you get there? Not yet. And it makes sense. I feel like economic things change rapidly these days. Wait. Oh. Fascinating. Okay, that worked. Okay, I'll finally have my stuff together here. So with that, we'll start the warm-up while we continue chatting. Just gonna bring my timer up. As you know, if you've been here before, this is a 5-minute warm-up. It's not to create a perfect piece of art. It's not even necessarily to get a sketch that looks that good. It's really just for me to loosen up, since I have been not doing art all day, and it takes a second to kind of get in that mode. So you're welcome and encouraged to draw along, and that can be anything. It doesn't have to be the whole Pokemon fusion thing. It can be whatever you feel like. So with that, timer starts now. How have things been going at work, Frank, by the way? Right, let's see, what do I want to do here? So they both have some interesting similarities with like the things jutting off of their heads a little bit. So you're about to fight your boss. That doesn't sound encouraging. Like for supremacy? Maybe I can make it like the hair comes out in between the fins. That'd be kind of fun. Her eyes are actually a little bit similar too. Now that just kind of looks like a fish. That's random. All right. So this head's gonna come through here. Then I think we'll keep the fur part here. And then maybe he's starting it. He's mad that you're helping your coworkers? That doesn't seem like is he trying to get rid of people and he wants them to like not do well? Or like, that's interesting. That's an interesting reason. Oh, he's saying you're socializing? Actually, I should make this more flat. So there's that, right? So we got kind of that all going on. So keep the furry tail, but give it the length of the Salament's tail. Honestly, this is kind of cool looking, and I'll take the like little details that are on the inside of the arm for Salamence. I'll just put it on the outside here because I think that looks cool. I'll use the rest of the time to kind of just darken this up a little bit. Try to clarify a few things where I can. One of them is a new hire and the other one has no tech background, so you're literally coordinating the help desk. Like the thing that you were basically, you know, hired to do? What? Okay, that's timer. I'm just gonna do one thing. Just to clarify something if I come back to this. So we're gonna do the fin is here, the fin is here, and the fin is here, and this is like one of those parts there, and then this is one of those parts there, and this is one of those parts there, and there's also one here. And then like this is all. I'm guessing you've explained all this to your boss? Gets along well with coworkers. Bad employee. Helps others. Fail. He's just a bad... Well, this is the same one that came in and like fired almost the entire team. That's maybe a little bit of a red flag. You kept the receipts and he was angry. So he's not like, you know, ensuring they get training on all these things that they should be trained in on to do. What do we call this guy? Ready to buy some boxing gloves, just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I never recommend actually fighting your boss. That's not a thing that goes well for anybody. I don't think. It did not work well for Mr. Incredible. So probably don't try that. All right. You know, I can't resist calling it just Saloon with an E at the end. Oh, he moved you from the help desk work area. And now I'm surprised that you have to walk to their desks to train them. I mean, could you convince him to be like, hey, let's set up an actual training like an actual series of like training seminars so I can get them trained in, and I don't have to divert because like this is something we've planned and we know it's going to happen and it's scheduled. With that, do you think he'd go for that? All right, this is honestly, this could have come out way worse, and I'm pretty happy with it. Oh gosh. Okay. So now we're sufficiently warmed up. So yeah, this is my workbook with all my sketches and my full colors of some of the original ones. And what we're gonna do, I'll show you guys. I've got all the Cyndaquil line done. So that's these guys. So picture these guys all around a single coffee mug, but with a red colored, like solid red inside. I mean, not the reference ones. These guys, no. These guys, yes. Fallen just gave the best response. That would make too much sense. Oh, that's not a good sign. I mean, if he would argue that, that's... You say it 5 times at a hit work. I mean, it's a good saying. I feel like sometimes it's very applicable. All right, so this is Cyndaquil line. Need that. This is, and I'm finishing out Totodile line. I just need to do the rest of the shading and lighting on Feraligatr. And then I will be all done there and ready to move on to the Chikorita line, which I have all sketched out. I just need to, you know, get them inked and colored. But yeah, so now imagine these guys around a mug with, you know, a blue inside. All right. Let's just go ahead. I was working on shadows on this one, so let's jump in there. What is this track? I love this. This is from Animal Crossing. All right, sorry. Now that I've looked that up. Now for reals, though. Okay. We got a little bit out of control there. Fix that. Honest, this would be probably almost entirely shadow. So yeah, that will go kind of like that. Does this give any shadow across here? Something like that? No, I don't think that gives the right impression. It looks kind of like a pattern on it. Yeah, Frank. One thing interesting about Feraligatr is because of the way that the teeth jut both sides of it, even in the official art, it's hard to tell which part of the jaw is actually on top. You're going to Game of Thrones the boss. I mean, I did watch the first season of the show, and from what I've seen, that could mean a whole bunch of different things. Some of them Fallen should probably be mad about. So you might want to be a little more specific. Oh, you know what he means. Okay, well, that's probably better. That's probably better. I'm assuming you generally mean like overthrow, remove from power, usurp his seat. That's a fun word, usurp. Yeah, like overthrow. Okay, I mean, yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. I mean, you don't think he feels threatened by you already, do you? Not to throw that out there, I generally assume the best in people. That sometimes bites me, but I do prefer it that way. Possibly give him the Eddard Stark treatment. Is that like a head on a pike kind of thing? As in ye olden times? I think that's what it was, right? If I'm remembering correctly. Beheading, then head on a pike. Well, that's probably better. Seems like the more efficient way. I mean, that does seem frustrating where you're basically trying to, do your job and help for the betterment of your workplace, and the person who is supposedly responsible for those things is fighting you on it. That's not right. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, going the HR route, just being like, hey, listen, I've clarified this so many times. Better to be able to document that you were, doing no wrong. He also got mad and said, you don't need to be documenting this. Yeah, these you're the one causing me to, yeah, these are red flaggy behaviors, I'm just gonna say. I was like, hey Frank, you know what would be cool is if we wrote down less about you actually doing a good thing when you do the things that I am saying you're doing wrong. That's not good. See, but I think sound recording is tricky because technically isn't it illegal to record someone without their consent, their voice without their consent? Which would make it hard for HR or anybody to consider it, if I'm not mistaken. Not everywhere. Huh. Unless it's against policy. Oh, I did not know that it depended on the state. Interesting. Today, I learned something new. Depends if you're a one-party consent state or a two-party consent state, and as long as it doesn't include sensitive information. That's why call centers can say this call may be. Oh, that does make sense. I thought that was also by them declaring that and you staying on the line. You're kind of then giving your consent. I thought that was also kind of what was implied in that whole thing. Like when you're on a Zoom call and they're like, hey, we're gonna hit record, so if you're not cool with being recorded or not being noted that you're here, then you can nope on out. I will pass on wisdom that I got from a former supervisor. He's retiring, so I'm now working with a different one who's also great. But a former supervisor often said the words, documentation can save lives and careers. So I think you're doing a wise thing by documenting it all. How's this looking? This is, it's okay. I feel like maybe we need to do a little bit of a gradient in here. So I'll add a fresh multiply layer. Something like this, foreground to transparent. All right. Wrong way. Maybe even a little bit shorter. Too little. Yeah, I like that. He told you not to document it. He said, didn't you say the documentation is to protect me? I don't see a point in not documenting. And he looks super disappointed. Again, you know, I'm feeling like perhaps we're in red flag territory. I mean, and really, if he's got everybody's best interests in heart, the documentation protects him too. Right? Oh, thanks, Frank. Thanks for getting that. Nope, wrong layer. It's pretty good. Okay. A little bit more. That seems good. He has open HR. Oh, so they took note of when he did that. What happened there? Okay. I mean, it stands to reason that HR would take note when you do wipe out an entire department. That might get their attention. They called you in as a witness. Oh man. This sounds like a quite the messy situation. But it also sounds like he might be kind of accidentally working on self-ejecting. Because those aren't usually good signs for someone. You know? Also, you're getting a new boss. Wait, really? Oh, he's hiring a help desk lead. Wait, that's not you? All right, let's see if adding some highlights gets this where I want it to be. It's looking still a little bit flatter than I wanted. It's basically what you're doing right now. Well, there we go. Problem solved. Everybody's happy, right? Then he can, you know, yell at them for training people. Gotcha. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, right? When you look to the senior most person available. I know a lot of times in weather service, when a leadership position is vacant and someone fills in, they'll just say like, this person is the acting whatever. So you're kind of the acting help desk lead, right? Until such a time as they hire one. Okay, let's see how this is looking. I know I still need to add the rest of the highlights, but I just want to see if it's looking perhaps a little more correct. You hope this help desk lead quits and then you'll apply for it. I mean, on the bright side, then you'll already have experience dealing with your boss's shenanigans? Oh, Frank, I didn't even ask if you did a warm-up. Where am I at? No? Okay. No worries. Just thought I'd check. Bring that around there, give it a little bit more shape. I definitely found with like the Cyndaquil line that giving it a little more highlight than I usually do was helpful. Just to really get that depth. Actually, more like this. Something like that. I think that. Clean that up a little bit. Hey! Learning SQL, good times. Good times, good times. It's actually a really valuable skill. What, is there a particular engine that you're looking at? Like MySQL or Postgres? Yeah, I think there's a lot of really advanced stuff that you can do that's maybe trickier, but like the basics of it, like just basically pulling information or writing stuff that can pull information isn't so bad. I started learning Postgres a while ago, but just didn't have much reason to use it. Say goodnight to Ash, everyone. Uses Argos. That one I'm not as familiar with. Yeah, I do feel like database management is a pretty good place to go into. Because there's a lot of applications, both like web facing and also like internal databases, stuff like that. Maybe need to give these guys a little more shape. How would this look? That doesn't look quite right. That's too sharp. Too sharp. A little shape to that eyelid. Okay, what am I missing here? And if the light were coming from the right, I guess it would illuminate a little more of this. Like that. Let's see. You can always mash undo. Yeah, I think that does give it a little better shape. Yes. We can go more like this. That's probably too much. Too much, Jeff. Too much. The underlings are making you good spreadsheets in Excel. Are making you make good spreadsheets. Concatenate. I don't know that one. In Excel, I mean... Ironically, Excel is one of those things I never had to do too much with. Beyond the basics, at least. I mean, I can do quite a bit, but like I never really got into macros or pivot tables or all that. I mean, is this just like concatenating in like Python? Where you're just mushing two strings together? Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to guess and just listen. Clean that up a little bit. Maybe it comes more to the point. No, that's not right. That's okay though. Okay, so you're concatenating the name and their ID and their email to easily put it into the ticket software. Sure, sure. So far, this makes sense. Something like that. You made a table. Sure, sure, sure. Okay. I will not let this be a case where I allow perfect to be the enemy of good. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call this good. Well, I'm sorry, I lied. I'm gonna put this. I lied. It's okay. You made a table for the overdue ticket spreadsheet, so you can use it as if it's an actual database. It's like 4 different ways. Yeah, like, you know, like you do like a select statement in SQL, right? Something like that. Well, yeah. Are you doing this like within Excel or is this within your ticket software? I guess that was what I was trying to understand. Actually, what if I add... Oh, with an Excel. Okay. Actually, that's not quite right. It'd be more like... No, maybe it's too much. Maybe that's too much, and maybe I need to just save and move on to my next Pokemon. Yeah, at first I was like, oh wait, did I know about that with Excel? Did I like? But then I'm not sure I like actually using it like a full relational database. I'm not sure. Well, that's exciting to have that skill, like to be able to do that, and also have taught the team. Seems like that's gonna make things a lot easier. Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna call Totodile line done. I'm happy with Cyndaquil line. These guys are good. I'm gonna close them and get started on Chikorita line. Oh, actually, I already did Chikorita, so actually I've got now 7 of 9 done. Nice. Okay. Looking for a small data, like a certification, you mean? So you've got like an actual, somebody says Frank is good at this. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Like a database software open source. There's also, oh gosh, what was that? I'm blanking on it. I thought there was also a much, like an even more like lightweight database software that you could use to spin up like kind of, not micro, but you know, smaller scale databases that were much more portable to go with like a database that you would need with software or something like that. Like I think that we, at one point in one of our planned pieces of software, we were going to implement that to keep track of meteorological variable metadata and a way to also convert between different formats of metadata. I guess Microsoft Access doesn't. Wait, does Access not exist anymore? No. What? It exists. If Microsoft Access doesn't exist, why do I have it on my computer? It exists. Or do you mean like it's not considered? But yeah, Access is good, but I know in the Linux world I think Postgres is, or any of the flavors of SQL are really common with the whole web development stack. Oh, it doesn't exist for the university. Gotcha. But yeah, Postgres. Isn't Postgres open source? Pretty sure it's open source. Yeah, Postgres is open source. And there's Windows installers too, so you can work there, so. Wow, they're up to 18.1. I don't even remember what version I was working on when I was starting to learn it, but that's an open source one. If that's what you're in the market for. You still had access to Access. Wait, what's the O? Your coworker hasn't revoked your A3 license yet from your school account. Well, hey, that's not so bad, eh? Alright, I guess while I'm here, I can start grabbing some of this stuff. And organizing. I am going to take a break pretty soon here, but while we're chatting. While we're chatting, I might as well get organized. You haven't been enrolled for 3 years. Happy little accident, you know. Happy little accidents happen. I mean, you could always let them know. Be like, hey, I still have access to something that I shouldn't. Although, are you like, well, that's true. I'm guessing they wouldn't just give alumni permanent access to software like that, to Office and all that. That doesn't seem like a thing that a university typically does. Part of me is like, well, maybe it's just an alumni thing, right? Just doing some organizing here. Yeah, back when I did GIS stuff, every now and then we'd need to export like tabular data from a shapefile, and it would be too large for Excel to handle at the time, so I had to use Access to get at it. It was not favorite. I agree with that sentiment. All right, let's just get organized here for a second. You're done, and that's awesome. You know what? Maybe the hate using Access sentiment is the perfect one to go to break on. I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to take a quick break before I jump in any further on this, but I am at least organized mostly to get going. So I'm going to put us on break. If you have more disparaging things to say about Access, we'll dig into those right when we get back. But 2 to 5 minutes, probably more. I'm going to try for more towards the 2, but yep, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna run a 1 minute ad roll, and I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, we're back. I hope you had a good break. I did. Yeah. All right, let's jump in. I have sketches for these as well that I need to grab. So this is done. You can go away. I was gonna pick you. Uh-oh. I want no part in what's about to go down. Wait, what? Frank makes assertion. Fallen agrees. Frank runs away from assertion. Fight. I just like how that one completely flipped the opposite direction immediately. Kind of incredible. All right, and I was gonna do this one. Chikorita does need to be a little bit smaller for these to scale in any kind of logical way. Mod abuse. Oh no, we're having an uprising. It's happening. It's happening. Alright, let's get this lined. Bayleef, I choose you. I have no idea what even started this whole exchange, but I am here for it. Wait. So you called her gross, then called her bad, then deleted her comment, and then told her to shush, and she's beating you up? That's what's happening? Just want to make sure I understand properly. Oh, gotcha. Well, then it all makes sense. Proceed. She's being bad. But how? All right, so it goes. Okay, I didn't do that right. Actually, that should be smaller. How is she being bad? She's been... yes, thank you for the clarification. It all makes sense now. Very good. Very good. Come on. Goodness gracious, you'd think After all these years, I could draw a line. But no. No, I can't. Better. Actually, that placement doesn't make sense. Yep. Ugh, not happy about it all. Okay. You did. She, no, she has a point. Christmas gift. I just like the Christmas goose sounds like, you know, a Christmas carol. That's awesome. Why does that make me laugh so much? I don't know why that cracked me up, but it definitely did. Oh, that's why. Okay. Gotta fix that somewhere. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I just stick with it. Was there anything like with the knuckle sandwich? Maybe something she threw at you? I don't know. Oh my gosh, Jeff, what are you doing? She threw hands at me. Is it the leg lamp? It's the leg lamp, isn't it? I knew that would get the reaction. Okay. All right, not the leg lamp. We've established as You know what's funny is, I mean, obviously I'd seen Christmas Story a long time ago, but what I hadn't seen until like years after it had come out was Elf. Like, I was really late to that party, and by then, like, a lot of people already considered it kind of like a classic, and I was like, what? But I get it. I get why. Her second favorite. I get why people like it. It is very humorous. So not a fan. Well, you might like this then. So I don't know if it's everywhere, but in Orlando area, something that's gotten popular in some folks' yards is like these 20-foot tall skeletons for Halloween decorations. Oh, not a Will Ferrell fan. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do like ridiculous humor. And some of his movies definitely... I haven't seen all of them, but some of them hit me as pretty funny. But I guess others I'm less excited about. For some reason, I did really like Talladega Nights. It cracked me up for some reason, and I don't know why. But at any rate, the skeletons, right? So they're not everywhere, but if you drive like 10, 15 minutes anywhere kind of in the Orlando, any of the neighborhoods in the Orlando area, you'll typically run into at least one or two of them. So we had noticed this like our first Halloween here. And so we get past Halloween and are now getting into November and Christmas decoration season. And, of course the skeletons come down, except one, which they dressed up in like a giant elf costume. So it was a giant Buddy the Elf skeleton, which I thought was pretty great. Oh, they dressed one as the Grinch. That's funny. I didn't, yeah, I've only ever seen the elf one dressed up. He screams Santa though. No. Just needs to be a little bit longer. Go down a brush size. Nope. Maybe I can join those. Yeah, that works kind of. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably fine. Okay. So wait, did we already talk about this? Did I already ask then what Fallen, what your go-to Christmas movie is then? If in fact there is one. It feels like something out of that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is what we talked about. Okay. Okay. Touch that up a little bit. Something here. Maybe I can pinch these down. Something like that, and then I can just, whoop. Nope, nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, control point tool. Actually, I should do. Better? Maybe better. Okay. Yeah, so actually, like, now that, like, with my mom in town, we did watch, like, one of the movies that we always watched in our household growing up was Miracle on 34th Street, like the old black and white version. So we definitely watched that again. That was good. But yeah, for me, like, the original animated Grinch was another one of those that always felt like I had to watch it. Maybe not as much in recent years, but I still really, you know, I do enjoy that one. Like, there aren't a whole bunch of others that I feel like I have to see. Alright, actually, just hold on. That is too curly. little bit of a bean-shaped head. Yes. She rejected you. Oh no. It always feels a little bit like I'm getting set up with these, but I'll still walk into it. I'll bite. Ooh, poetry. That's fun. You didn't pay attention. He's pouring his heart out to you poetically? You said you strike me as someone who knows poetry. I mean, what if that was just the poem? It's free verse. He can do whatever he wants. There are no rules. Just kidding. Snaps. Free verse poetry isn't poetry. So you are someone who knows poetry. Your poetry packet from high school? Oh, like stuff that you wrote? Nice. No, we had to have written poetry in high school at some point, right? Did we? Did we? I don't remember if I ever did. I mean, I know elementary school, but that was, elementary school. Literature. Ah, okay. Any particular genre or category? So using the medium to bash the medium, that does sound very on brand. Oh, that's cool. Did you do, I mean, from reading it, or did you like, were you also into theater? Did you perhaps perform it? Wait, how do these look where they connect? Okay, yeah, they just look kind of like they're floating potentially. I can recite the last third of Revenge of the Sith. Wait, actually the last third? Because that's kind of impressive, to be honest. Yep, tangent alert, tangent alert. Oh my gosh. Is there a way to learn this power? Not from a Jeff guy. Oh, nice. I remember liking the Odyssey when I read it in school, but I don't really remember anything specific about it. It's good times. It's funny. I think we do too still. Like, I had to get it, I think, for college. I took a mythology course in college, which ended up being one of my favorite courses. I wish I still had the World Mythology book, but I like lent it to somebody and I never got it back. Do we have the Odyssey? Anyway, yeah. It's good times. It's not entirely good times. But I do really enjoy, like, all the kind of ancient mythology. Yes. Make that a little bit thicker. Oh yeah, dude, I totally forgot about that. It's funny, I saw the show, but I totally forgot almost everything that happened. I mean, to be fair, it was over a decade ago, and I've kind of had some stuff going on that has since supplanted that brain space. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was messed up, right? But wait, because like they didn't... There was like a caveat, wasn't there? No, I think that's good. Maybe instead of it like... Nope. Wait. I don't remember it going down like that, but you know, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm not saying anything. Frank, are you testing me? Alright, I feel good about the lines here. Let's see what it looks like without the sketch underneath. Okay, I feel like this still looks okay for the most part. mixing here. Smooth this on out. That's better. Okay. Okay. Now we're ready. Color. Do I have a plot twist for you? I knew that wasn't how it went down. But you gotta wait a few seasons. Oh no, wait, is that? Oh. I stand corrected. Yeah, I thought. Why did I think she did the heart crush thing that the evil queen had done to the huntsman? Why did I think that was what happened? He started blasting like Danny DeVito. Okay. I do love some Chrono Cross music. It would get you in trouble with Frankie's. Okay. Are you on a spoiler ban? Is that what it is? I think I mentioned it before, but so I have a friend who sometimes watches the channel who is very strict about spoilers. Like, if there is something that I have seen that's new, that he hasn't yet seen that he's going to, he like literally doesn't want me to say even whether I liked it or not. Like, essentially all he wants to know is that I saw it and it exists. And he does not want me to give any other information that might influence his opinion. Which is perhaps a bit extreme on the spoiler side, but you know, I appreciate that he's all in. You're mad at Petco? Damn it. I mean, I don't entirely know the context, but that doesn't seem like a huge amount. As a bonus. Huh. Well, I mean, congrats on the bonus at least. But yeah, 70 is not huge. Not huge. Not nothing, but not huge. Wait, what? Man, I never got bonuses when I worked retail. I must have not been any good. Where should I be? Yeah, right, I should probably. Oh, I mean, that's a little bit better at least, but tax, yeah, wow. Always top sellers for candy. Oh, okay. So it was freshly earned monthly for being the top sellers. You know what was challenging was the short time that I worked at JCPenney, and like catalog season was just like miserable, especially as a part-timer, because you still had quotas for catalogs to push. I don't even know if they do those anymore. Okay, so you earned your bonus every time. How are we doing? Oh my gosh, it's already quarter till. All right, you know what though? You know what? If I can finish and have almost 8 of the 9 fully done, I'm pretty happy, honestly. That's not too bad. That's very close. Stuffy. No. Don't get sick for Christmas. It's going around, man. We, so far, managed to survive. Even with, like, my daughter having 7 shows in 5 days and being in a relatively small theater space and around all the other kids, we somehow survived so far. Winter allergies. Your Christmas is on Saturday? Like celebrating because that's the best time that works out for family, or? You work till 2, then Christmas. Okay. That makes sense. I get it. Well, it's really nice that you make the effort to make sure to celebrate all together. Presents under the tree are tripping hazard. You almost died. Well, I'm glad you didn't. That's important. Very important. What happens if I do this? Does that look realistic? No, it needs to be a lot bigger, doesn't it? Doesn't it? A little bit more of that shade. So is it like just super large presents or just that much? No comic. Okay. No worries, but I look forward to the next one. Well, that's really nice. I mean, I know Christmas isn't necessarily about the presents and stuff, but sometimes it's nice, right? How the Goose Stole Christmas book. Oh my gosh. That's incredible, Frank. Yes. 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 Please tell me if you decide to make it in a printable format. Oh, actually, it should be shaded like that. That's what. Oh, duh. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to share or want to hold on, either way. It is totally up to you, but I would be happy to share if you want to. I will say next Thursday is Christmas Day, but we're here, and I will probably still stream. That is my plan right now. I don't have any, like, my mom's here in town, but you know, streaming is late, so it doesn't interfere with family activities. So I don't have any particular reason why I wouldn't. You don't have any art, but you started writing it an hour ago. That's awesome though. You got 4 pages written out. This should have been like this. Yeah. Guess I'll get a little bit more round on the bottom there. There we go. I am glad that this is coming out pretty well because Bayleef is probably my favorite evolution in this line. So it's nice. It's nice. Yes, Frank. No, I never played Knights of the Old Republic. Like, I always see it on Steam for like $3 during their winter sale, or even on Switch, and I'm like, oh, that sounds good, I should pick it up. I'm like, oh, but when will I play it? Maybe next time. And then I just have the same conversation with myself over and over again. And truth be told, there's, you know, plenty of games I've picked up on Steam sales that I haven't played. Wait, wasn't there already a sequel? Or am I thinking of something else? What am I thinking of? Oh, like another sequel. Okay. Gotcha. Should probably... That needed shading. Okay. This is pretty good. All right, we're 5 till. I still have to lay down highlights, but I like the shadows. And this is where we stand. So we've got Cyndaquil, Quillava, Typhlosion, done. Totodile, Croconaw, Feraligatr, done. Chikorita, done. Bayleef, like 90% done. Just Meganium left. Okay. Oh, Follow the Old Republic. Yeah, I saw the headlines about it, but I didn't get a chance to check out any. Was there a trailer or a teaser that they did for it? Because I did see that title. I just didn't realize that it was another sequel to Knights of the Old Republic. They did a teaser. Okay. Well, now I definitely have to watch it. I don't know. Maybe this will be the year. Maybe this will be the Steam winter sale that I actually pay $3 and get Knights of the Old Republic. We'll see. And don't play it because I don't have that much time and I have a backlog of shame already. You don't have to gift it for me because I don't know when I'll play it. I was like, why do you sound like you're dying when the announcement popped up? And I'll be obligated to play it on stream. This is now a Star Wars gaming stream forever, guys. Sorry. You can watch me fail miserably. I mean, I'm still not terrible at games. I just don't play much. All right. I'm going to cut it here and we'll do share time. Yeah, let's do that. So, hopping over to the thing with the stuff. Hey, there we go. Frank wants to stream a game for you? I mean, doesn't he stream games? I mean, he hasn't in a while, but that's because he's a working man. Close you, close you, close you. Okay, over to Frank Cord. Okay, we will start with cake. In just a moment. As soon as I remember what I'm doing. Which could be a while. He isn't motivated to on Twitch. I mean, honestly, I would definitely tune in if it was a time that I could make it. That's the caveat for KOTOR 1. That might be the only way that I could actually experience it fully. All right, let's start with cake. Here we go. This is really pretty, by the way. You can't yet? Wait, any particular reason not yet? Yeah, I love the poinsettia cake. This is beautiful. Oh, so you don't have it on PC. It's, I'm guessing, what, Xbox? It's a Christmas cake. Indeed. Oh, with holly, too. Yeah. It's 800 by 600. Oh, so wait, are you talking about, like, the original version? Because, like, the version on Steam is probably updated, right? Okay, the original. Got it. Oh, yeah. That'd be like if I tried to pull out my old, like, Jedi Knight CD-ROMs and play those. That would be fascinating. Steam is original as well? Oh. He tried to... It was so bad. It was terrible. Huh. Okay. But wait, then... Wait. But Switch is probably not... I mean, I guess they could just filter it up to Switch resolution? That's interesting. Anyway, before I digress too much further, Fallen, did you have anything in particular you wanted to say about this beautiful cake? It was hard. I mean, it came out beautifully, but it does seem pretty intricate, so I could see how it was hard. I mean, even the border looks so nice and viney. I love it. See that? Yes? The spatula on the left. A lot of scrapes happen to get those flowers right. Like you had to scrape it off and start over, or like you have to use it as part of shaping the flowers? Or another option that I'm not thinking of, start over. Oh man. So did it feel like rewarding when you finished and looked at how awesome it came out? Flower removal surgery. It's like the cake got tattoos it regretted. You screamed finally. Fair, fair. So, do you just get to eat the frosting that you have to scrape off? Or is that not a good idea at some point? And then you cried because you had to do it again. So this is like cake 1 of 2 that you had to do with this design? The cake next to it. Oh, I see it. Oh no. I didn't process that that was what was happening there. Oh goodness. Flowers before the top border. That makes sense because then you could scrape it. Yes. Is there some point where like the sugar from the frosting like makes you too jittery to do the work? You got so into your work that you scraped it on the table. Wow. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I could see this type of thing being a thing where you just kind of get into the zone on, or kind of get into like the Zen space, and you just like want to keep going. I'm glad you saved this one. This is so pretty. More so ate frosting with bread and cookies. Oh, that sounds good. Oh man, I had my in-laws brought this peppermint fudge that they made, but actually the primary ingredient in it all was frosting. Oh yeah, behind in the baking racks. But yeah, it was like the peppermint part was like mostly vanilla frosting, and then there's like a chocolate base that was mostly chocolate frosting. It was kind of incredible. You didn't put frosting in that. Okay. Yeah, wheat with frosting seems a little... I mean, it would work, but yeah. Yeah, rolls. I could see it like croissants. I could see them with frosting. They're so buttery. I wonder if you can find angry bread. Wait, angry bread? I'm not familiar with this. Hold please. Okay. It just makes me want like a parody of Angry Birds called Angry Breads. Move on to Frankie. All right, you got it. I'm just gonna do this while I'm still sharing because that's how I roll. Okay. We can zoom in a little bit, can't we? Can't we? That's too much, Jeff. There's gotta be an in-between. No, there's no in-between. All right, this is fine. Everything's fine. Narrate it. Okay. In a small abandoned shack lived a strange little bird, not one that goes quack, but a goose people call absurd. Goose's favorite day is Christmas, which comes round pretty swift. The season's never amiss, 'cause on the 25th he gets a nice gift. Though his love for gifts remains strong, his Christmas shopping list has never been long. This Christmas, during a blizzard, friends stopped sending presents. Not a single was delivered, not even his cousin pheasants. Oh, I like it. I like where this is going. Was the voice okay? That's all I got. That's pretty great. Like doing rhyme along with it. Wait, was this the poetry that you were referring to earlier when you were talking to Fallen? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like this. This is fun. Wait a minute. I don't think that's what happened. Hold on a second. Can't believe she just crushed your dreams like that. So are you thinking of doing this like you found? All right, I'll have to check in on that in a second. I could see this like as like a picture book style. So instead of doing it like in a, you know, in panels, you could just do it straight up like you just have 4 pages right there. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's nice because then you don't even have to worry that much about backgrounds because a lot of the time there's just very few colors or it fades in the background to white at the edges. Nice. That's gonna be awesome. Cause yeah, we have. Is it you? It is not you. Maybe this one. Not you either. I have a lot more Dr. Seuss than I realized I did. This isn't even like my collection from being a kid. This one. Okay, I got it. Hold on. Alright, so I got this guy. Alright, I'll check out the Angry Bread momentarily. I don't want to keep you guys too long. But yeah, like, you know, you're looking at like even this, which is a lot of inks to be fair on this individual page, but like so little color, which is really nice. Yeah, like this could really work. This would be really fun to do. And like I can't wait to see like this but goose. I think that's gonna be incredible. Okay. Enough diversion. You have 1 week to finish it. You got this. You could do. I mean, you finished entire comics in like the time that it takes me to draw a panel or a spot art of a Pokemon. So I think you're gonna do it. 1 second. I just saw the Angry Brad. Okay, hold on. And it never gets done. I know, I'm not very fast these days. I spend a lot more time chatting though, which I enjoy. I enjoy the time. But I do work more off stream though. It came out of the oven like that. You guys, I'm so mad. That's incredible. Oh, you mean Frank's never gets done? What? But wait, I thought I thought what he shows is usually mostly finished. Frank, is that the bread or is that your feeling? That white is powdered sugar. I mean, I assumed. He started a Halloween one. I thought that the black and white was just meant to be moody. Before you vaporize married. Or is Frank just way ahead of schedule for next Halloween? Hmm? I do love that if for any reason someone is looking at the art category and looking at thumbnails on Twitch right now, they're just seeing this angry bread face. No context whatsoever, just angry bread. You have 10 months. If he makes it to his comic for your birthday, he won't complain about late ones. How long does he have? A while? Is this Hydro City zone? This sounds like Hydro City. April, okay. He's got this. He can do that. He has my vote of confidence. The book is going to pause when Goose gives a gift. I like it, especially with the alliteration. But thank you for sharing the angry bread. This is incredible. Also, wait, there's more. Angry bread was tasty. He was angry that he tasted so good that he was going to be devoured. So even if you, we ate him. No longer haunted by angry bread. You know, Frank, if you don't do like a print thing, you can always do. We did this for one of our kiddos. They made a Christmas picture book. Oh no. Some things fell. I'm gonna have to pick those up in a little bit. She did not enjoy being April fooled. So yeah, one of our kids wrote a story called Ho No about how Santa comes into your house by busting through the wall, like Kool-Aid Man style. And we printed it as like a Shutterfly photo album. You don't care for April Fool? Fair. Yeah, like so. Here comes Santa Claus. Crash. Anyway, it's good times. She's thriving. So rough. So she didn't yell, but she threatened you like quietly. Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. That's really fun. I love your idea. And honestly, having 4 pages already figured out is a real good start. It's a real good start. All right, so I know it is 1/4 after. I know you have to work. I know Fallen probably has to work, and I know I have to work. So probably a good time to wrap up. Okay, go away. Yeah, so next Thursday is Christmas Day, and I do indeed plan on being here. If that changes, I'll let you know, but like I said, we're here. This is so late that it doesn't really interfere with any family time or events, so I'm gonna plan on it. Jeff, excuse. But will Frankie be here? I don't know. If you guys are here, that's awesome. But I'll be here regardless. I mean, Frank has to be here to show his new Goose book, right? I mean, if you can't make it, that's fine. I also do understand, other people sometimes have Christmas plans, even if I don't have any in particular. Yeah. So that's it. Thursday nights, including next Thursday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time here in the States. You can find us as WagWorksGA. That's my wife Ashley and I. We're a creative team. I didn't do that. My usual spiel at the beginning. I just realized that. That's okay. Anyway, you can find more of us at WagWorksGA here on Twitch, over on YouTube, also on Instagram. You can also check out our website, wagworksga.com. Which we also have a shop with a few items that you can get, which is pretty cool. That's many of which you've seen me work on here on stream. Also, please do go check out Frank, Loosey Goosey Comic over on Instagram. It's good stuff. You should check it out. And look forward to his new Goose Christmas book that's coming along. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Aside from that, just thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Fallen. Always good talking to you guys. Hope you guys have a good week and a good night and a Merry Christmas until I see you next, hopefully on Christmas Day. Yeah, thanks everybody if you're watching this over on YouTube or if you're watching the VOD on Twitch, feel free to drop a follow, a subscribe, a like, leave a comment. Really, kind of anything you do helps support me. Encourages me, and I appreciate it. That being said, I love being here and getting to share and chat while I'm working. It's a pretty cool environment. So Merry Christmas, everyone, or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, or just have a nice week if you don't happen to celebrate anything in particular. Yeah, that's it, y'all. And now this is the part where I realized that I didn't load my stream ending screen, so I just click the button and talk for a while. There we go. All right. See you all next time. Thank you and good night.